Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's how I open things now. Hi, hey, Rachel. Hiya. Okay, let's get Brack off there since, it's Brack. Hey, buddy. Okay, hi, how are you? Hope everybody had a good day. I posted today's ridiculous page, and yeah, I think I had a lot of fun doing this sucker yesterday. I say that about every page. I know. More light. That's what we need. Okay, yeah. Yesterday's page was a fun one. I thought it was suggested by Rachel. It turned out to be suggested, Rachel says, by Dee Dee. And, okay. But it was a fun one to do. Bela Lugosi singing rock. So I made it as though this is maybe Vampire World. And everybody knows this hit album. But, fun things came out of it. When I posted it live, when I posted on Instagram and Facebook, I didn't include the last little bit in the bottom right corner for whatever reason. I forgot to write down available at all Walmart locations, right? So I did that now. Hey, how are you doing, Rachel? Welcome aboard. So yeah, Walmart, blah 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 blah, right? But there's your Bela Lugosi album. If you go through those songs, you're gonna get some fun surprises, because there's some ridiculous in there. Like, yes, the last song that I listed, it's the Carpenters. So there's a Willie Nelson song in there. There's a song in there I put in there for Lori. It's Hot Blooded by Foreigner, but covered by Bela Lugosi. It's a duet with Bela Lugosi and Josh Groban. Yeah, the most saccharine, waspy white singer on planet Earth at the moment. All right, so we've got all this stuff laid out on here, and it was a lot of fun to do. What I did was the original art. I'll show you that. And so I drew this yesterday, and I got that started, and then I went upstairs and I drew the rest of it in like half an hour. Ridiculous how fast I'm like, geez, why didn't I just do that there? And then I did the inking part later on, but this came together nice and quick, and so then I scanned this old sucker, and I put it in the computer, and then I did I turned it to brown, the black to brown, and I put the colors underneath, and then I did some effects on top, and then text. So in the pile, I'm gonna get a doodad, I think, that I press a button makes a glass smashing sound and things like that, because I'm a child and I'm easily amused. Yesterday's page was the one I did with my left hand. That's the on the left hand, I called it, coincidentally enough. And I have yet to hear anybody, trying to translate any of those old words. For now, it just stands as cheeky. New one-page idea from Rachel. Here we go. Elderly shape. Try on. Can I wrap that up for you? Oh no, dear. Just trying them on. All right, we're gonna write it down. We're writing the book. It's going in the book. Elderly shape. Try on. Well, what's that? Love the sign off. What sign off is that? Is that for the yesterday's page? Elderly shoe. Try on. Shoe try on. Okay. That up for you. Oh, no, dear. Just trying on. That was a lot of writing. All right. Okay. Sorry, that was shoe, not show. The Bella? Yeah, the Bella. You mean the available at all blah mob? Yeah. So yesterday was the first day that I read the page out. Well, it's not actually. It's the second time. And yeah. Hey, Philip, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I watched your thing last night, Philip. After I was watching Jim's. Good stream. So yeah, yesterday was the first day that I've read the one-page comic because my wife informed me that people don't know what's going on inside of my head. So when I read it, it makes more sense out of some of the things that I personally think are funny. So, and then the first time I did this, I did it's something. It's called One Page Comic Extravaganza Storytime on my YouTube. And so I did a page, and the suggestion was a comedian is forced to become the one thing he hates the most, a clown. And so I used Jerry Seinfeld. And so I read the page, and the panels come up one after the next. So I read the page in this video doing a really bad Jerry Seinfeld impression. So if you want to witness that travesty, look for that on my YouTube page. Yesterday's stream had me reading the old Victorian English and doing some silly impressions of, middle-aged British lady, middle-aged British man, and child. So it's absolutely terrifying. So I'm going to do that today for Bella. And I said that I'd do it at a half an hour in. So I'll do that today at a half an hour in. Or ish, Okay, so before I get too far ahead of myself, let's do a little housekeeping. Today's episodes are sponsored by Bob's House of Fish. We stay open late for the halibut. Come on down to Bob's House of Fish, 201 Dundas Street in beautiful downtown London, where you can try to reel in a hell of a bite. Okay. That's our first sponsor. Our second sponsor is the Fake Explosion, fake bands, real music. And the latest offering from Fake Explosion. If you haven't gone and checked this out on YouTube yet, I don't know how to help you. But their latest offering is Jose Cabrera's Constipation. You know everybody wants to get it. All right, so we got a couple things. If you behave yourself, you get a Pauly. Ding, ding. And if you don't behave yourself, you're going to get a hey now. Come on, kids. All right? And then later on, I'm going to introduce Chippees. You'll see what that is in a minute. I don't know what's wrong with me. All right. Okay, so let's get crack-a-lackin', huh? But I'm missing some stuff. What am I missing? So I was the second viewer. Yeah, he had a number of views. Who is my wife? Of course, we know what is inside your head. What is inside your head? We subscribed, didn't we? You have no idea. Anyways, my wife is a secret. Yeah, she's pretty awesome secret. But yeah, my wife's the best part of my world. So, all right. Let's see. Let's go to the book. She comes on. She's even talked on the thing before. She's even Lori has done some book reviews on the channel here. So if you want to see her review Josh Campbell's book, or trying to think of what other reviews she's done. Right now she is reading. Right now she's reading Gary Hodges' books. So big exciting times. But she's done a few reviews. She did I know what she did. Another review. She did a review of the book written by Carolyn Ingalls, Little House on the Prairie, the actress that played her. We went and saw her perform on Golden Pond at the theater in southwestern Ontario here, and we bought her book, and she signed it right then and there. And yeah, she was really nice. 80 years old or something like that. Okay. So yeah, she's got some more book reviews coming up. All right, so these are all caught up for the most part. The one that's still standing right here is, well, I can do another sloth page, but we'll get to those. And then the day the dishes washed me. So, all right, so these are all, this is now all caught up, and or except for the other ones like Mouse Holing and 7 Characters in a Pit of Fear. But these are ones that I don't remember who suggested those, so those aren't priority. Rachel, I got yours written down here in this corner. We've got a bunch of outstanding ones in here. We did this. We did Flimball. We did the Kremlin. But my niece has asked me to do Cats Doing Karate while on suicide sauce. I had to find out what suicide sauce was, by the way. It's hot sauce. So Caitlin has asked me to do that. So I think that might be, if, I don't know. Well, that may be tomorrow, but today or tomorrow. So offering to the hamburger gods, dinosaurs versus Denny's bots. I saw the Denny's robot the other day, and that brings your food out to your table, and I could have skipped around the place like I was a 10-year-old child. Science will figure out the Luan verse in 500 years. That's suggested by the Gremlinator, and that's a page I want to do. But I think I want to see if Jim wants to do a page with me. In 500 years, we have finally found out what came first, the chicken or the egg. Scientists in 500 years, scientists will discover the gnome genome. Science takes a vacation to Peru in 500 years. It's a fun one. Yeah, I can't tell you what the heck I write sometimes. Earth is flooded with, and it looks like it says Oberstein. So this is a suggestion from Anonymous. So if anybody knows who that is, could you have them reach out to me and tell me what they wrote? Because I can't read my own writing. That's ridiculous. Okay, so if a newspaper editor choosing the lead start. If anybody has any particular interest in a specific one of any of the things that I've read out, please let me know. Chris versus evil Chris. If I did a page about myself versus an evil version of myself, I wouldn't finish the page. The page would be unfinished, right? Yep, Philip's stream was recorded last night, so you can check it out on YouTube, Rachel. Yeah. Tells a story about how his roommates wouldn't let him play Magic. Which I was really surprised by. And I got some 3-word prompts that we can do as well. So yeah, I'm not overly particular about anything. I haven't put any thought into a single page. So why don't we do cats doing karate while on suicide side? The only challenge with that is that I've done some cat stuff lately. So we'll do that. Why not? Now, what size do I do with that? That's the magic question, I think. I've got 8.5 by 11 paper here. And but I've also got the 11 by 17 And I'm easy with either one. While on Suicide Squad. Squad. Caitlin. All right. Okay, so we're going to do that. All right. Yeah. So we already read out the sponsors. You know what? I think I'm going to work a little bit larger because I want to. That's my reasoning, folks. That's about it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jim Luan. Hey, Jim. Oh, today's musical selection is the Talking Heads. Thank you for the awesome voices. Oh, okay. You're talking about the recording stuff or the silliness yesterday? Hi! Might have blown out an eardrum or two there. People have headphones on. Okay, so Cat's doing karate while on Suicide Sauce is my niece's. I'm trying to think because I'm really lousy about remembering niece, uncle, aunt. You know, I'm just, used to just being called dad or grandpa all the time. Random question of the day, number 309. What is your favorite Talking Head song? That's a big question. Anybody? We got 3 viewers. Maybe you guys all have a favorite. Jim says that his is Cross-Eyed and Painless. I think that mine has to be This Must Be the Place. I don't know. I'm a bit random, but yeah, Jim says his is Cross-Eyed and Painless. I think it's This Must Be the Place. It's the one I'm going to go with. So, okay, so I have an idea, something I want to try. But I want to figure out how to do it so that it looks like what I'm trying to emulate. And so my idea is anybody familiar with pull tab pages? No? Anyone? Orange raised eyebrow. Formal. Here we go. Okay, so so I'm thinking I want to try what is ostensibly kind of emulates a pull tab page. I can't figure out how to do this as a printed page. Now, I can, however, figure out how to do this on a print. So, at this point, why don't we try it? Kate's got a fun idea. So the first panel is going to be the cat eating some hot sauce. It's just going to be a cat licking a bowl. So I'm going to move ahead to the action because, it gets bored easy. Cat licking bowl. Bowl o' sauce. Panel 1. There. Done. Now I'll go back and draw it. All right. Bueller. I love that guy's TV show. He had a TV show for a brief period, and he go, "Who's gonna try to win my money?" And he was like so dispassionate. It was fantastic. A kitty litter tray as the last panel. Kitty litter tray for Rachel's weird thing. The day after. Last panel, day after. All right, that's for Rachel. It's disgusting. Okay. All right, so I don't really have any plans here, but I'm just going to get cracking. Yeah. Oh, You know what? I might as well do this now. Let me just do this now because it's sitting on my head, and I just want to get it out of the way. Win Ben Stein's money. That was the name of the show. Thanks, Jim. Yeah, Ben Stein was, he's a brilliantly funny guy. I think he was an economist or something. Maybe he was a teacher. I don't know. But I thought he was an economist before he started doing some films. Okay. All right, let me find this. Let's just do this. Let's just get this over with. Pull off the button. Pull off the Band-Aid. All right. So this is our reading of what? Ben Stein's Money was hosted by Jimmy Kimmel. Really? I had no idea. That's fun. All right. So this is our reading of today's comic. Are you ready? Collecting all of his smash hits. New from All Positive Records is Bello Rocks. You loved his films. You rock to his tunes. You're going to want to play this loud. Rise up out of your coffins. Go out and get it today. Featuring all of his #1 hits. Love Bites, Bloodletting, Lullaby, Sunday Bloody Sunday, Cold Blooded, Your Gold Teeth, Romeo is Bleeding, Bloody Mary Morning, Hot Blooded, a duet with Josh Groban, Cavity Search, New Fang, If You Want Blood, You Got It, Kicked in the Teeth, Bloody Well Right, Blood of Eden, and The Carpenters Close to You, plus many, many more. Available at all Walmart locations. That's it. You survived. Yep. Somebody's losing his marbles over there. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna start throwing in some cat images, I guess. We were laughing this morning because instead of we have in the other room we have a room where all the grandkids' toys are, and we also do yoga there, and we do our Just Dance with the Wii, and so we put a cat channel on there for the cats to watch and just keep them amused in the morning. So we switched this morning to the big television set, and immediately cats were up on the television stand, which is very narrow, right? It's a very narrow unit, and yeah, it was. They were just straight up on top of it with this narrow amount of space and looking sideways at the squirrels. Fantastic. It's a moment. Okay, I'm missing stuff. Jimmy Kimmel was our local radio sidekick on a show called Kevin and Bean on a station called KROQ. Walmart would have been fantastically successful with this platter. Oh, thanks, Jim. That's nice. Yeah. I got to figure out how to edit film. I don't know how to do that. And I think that maybe what I should do is start taking the readings and making them shorts. You know, for the kids. The kids with 15 seconds of attention. So today, if anybody's joining in late, today's question of the day is, what is your favorite Talking Heads song? And for those of you that are going to say, I've never listened to the Talking Heads, now's your chance. You won't regret it. You can either try a Greatest Hits album, or, you know, you probably already know Burning Down the House. We could try True Stories. There's just so many albums. So many records. And of course, he's gone off and done more stuff on his own. Me in shorts. Hey now. Nobody needs that. It sort of looks like, because of, you know, I am a large person. When I wear shorts, it sort of looks like walking tree trunks. Small squirrels chase me. All right, so I'm drawing Stretchy Cat. So my idea was to do pull, like the idea of how do I put pull tabs into a comic page. And so I've been trying to think about how do I go about doing that. And so what I'm going to do is just a little bit more research, and then maybe I'll just do it as a print, or maybe I'll do it as a handout, like a surprise little gift for people. So today I put up something earlier called Chippies. And I know you're thinking to yourself, Chris, what are Chippies? I'm glad you asked me that. Somebody, this rather odd person that I know, I know that's not a short list. They said you should do some kind of thing where you give prizes, little handout prizes for people. And then if they collect enough of them, they can have property in the Cancuns. A prize? And I thought, that sounds like a lot of fun. And you know what all the kids like? Besides Paul Pate, kids like chips. Chippies. So I've made my own little handout thing, and I'm going to bring them out one after another. I'll show you. I'll give you a quick sneak peek at them. You want it? Do you want a sneak peek? Say yay! I'm literally waiting and making you say yay. I'm going to show you anyways. You're not going to show you. Just give me a sec. I want to draw some toes. Another future one-page idea is dinosaurs versus blank, done in Gary's style. Several different versions in Gary's style. I gotta write it in the book. Well, you've already got one suggestion for dinosaurs versus Denny's robots. So why don't I just addend this onto that? Dinosaurs versus Denny's bots. And I'll write Gary's style. Denny's style, or Denny's bots, and more. See? Here's my note. Okay, so here's the Chippies. Oh, Rachel said, yay. All right, here's the Chippies. I'm making a little Chippies tokens, and I'm going to bring them out each one. And they're all different flavors, because I'm a raging lunatic. Not everybody likes the same kind of Chippy flavors. Maybe we'll have to have people collect one of each. Gonna have to make one a rare one. They come in all kinds of flavors, the Chippies. I've got dill pickle, barbecue, sour cream and onion, salt and vinegar. What else? Original flavor. Salt and vinegar, original, dill pickle, sour cream, barbecue, and ketchup. And for the Canadians out there. Now, there's going to be more flavors. And oh, geez, Rachel's already jumping the punch. Jalapeno. Jalapeno. Yeah, I thought I'd do the Canadian ketchup. We can add more flavors over time. Everybody's going to be upset if their flavor's not represented. I like buffalo wing flavored chips. There's this fantastic thing, and we constantly get different rando flavors of chips here in London. I don't know if it's a North American thing, because London's a test market for a lot of products with a lot of companies, Like we had McDonald's pizza here before anybody else in North America did. And jazz like that, right? So it didn't last, by the way. It didn't last for anybody. But there's certain things that are put on the market in London, like the ice cap. was first put on the market here in London, Ontario. Randomness, huh? Immediately addicted half the city to ice caps. Here's a fun fact. Tim Hortons lies about its sugar. That's why it's so delicious for everybody. Being our major chain of coffee shops in Canada. Tim Hortons, if you want a black coffee, okay. But what they call a regular, even though black coffee is the regular coffee, because it's got nothing in it, that's normal, regular. But if you ask for a regular, which is 1 sugar and 1 cream, it actually equates to 2 teaspoons of sugar. And the scale just goes flying high, so that ice caps are 14 spoons of sugar in them, which is why people love them so much. If you're in America and you think that Starbucks has sweet drinks, yeah, they do. But the starting point for our regular coffee here in London, at least, is absurd. So I got a small hot chocolate on the way home from picking up our one son from his work because he'd done a 12-hour shift, and so we're just going to give him a ride home. And we stop at Tim Hortons, so he can get a drink or whatever, so that he's doesn't have to make any effort at all when he gets home. And I got a small hot chocolate, and I had half of a small hot chocolate, and I sent my blood sugar up to 21. So, yep. I forgot about how much sugar is in anything that comes out of Tim Hortons. So now I know. And remember, knowing is half the battle. All right. So, anybody got any exciting news? Anybody that's watching today, if you've got anything that you want to tell all the other kids at school here, tell us about your new Lego. It's coming up. There's a lot of people sitting in anticipation, waiting for May the 4th for the big reveal of Dee Dee Willingham is going to be doing a Barbie shoot with her Obi-Wan Kenobi figure. A lot of people are excited for that. I'm going to watch it, and while I watch it, I'm going to listen to Cibo Matto. They have a song that has lyrics that go, because Cibo Matto are Japanese, and they learn English by reading the packaging on boxes. And so one of their lyrics is, Obi-Wan Kenobi told me in the lobby. It's just ridiculous. Rachel says that suicide sauce is half the battle. Question of the day still stands. What is your favorite Talking Head song? Jim's was... What was yours again, Jim? Cross-Eyed and Painless was Jim's. Yeah. Good stuff. And if you don't know much by the Talking Heads, give them a try. I did the reading already for anybody joining in late. I did the reading of yesterday's page. So if you rewind, you can see that. Today's page is suggested by my niece, Caitlin. She's doing her dialysis today, so I thought we'd do one. I don't know if she's watching or not, but Kat's doing karate while on suicide sauce. Man, why would you even eat that stuff? Is anybody that's watching a big fan of putting like suicide hot sauce on things? Is anybody up to mustard on that one? I never liked hot sauce at all until I was, at least 40. Late bloomer. All right, so here's our first action cat. So yeah, there's a couple of questions rolling out there. Favorite Talking Heads song? Do you like hot sauce? And other. Once in a lifetime. That's your favorite? Nice, Rachel. That's a good one. That is a good one. This would be the place is mine. So, all right. So I got the one cat jumping this way, so I want to have another cat that way. Here's a pose I want to try. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. It's Brahms, but our washing machine plays music. It plays classical music when it finishes its cycle. Oh boy. All right. Jim says that's his number 2. Hey CK, shout out to you. Did I miss Chris Kalu joining in? If I did, I'm sorry, Chris. Philip tagged in, Jim tagged in, Rachel tagged in. Not everybody likes Talking Heads. What? It's true. Not everybody likes everything everybody else likes. Some people like other things. Like Neil Sedaka. Somebody likes Neil Sedaka. Somebody does. There's fans for everything out there in the world today, folks. It's scary true. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so I'm just trying to get the shape of the cat's head down here. The cats are tricky. Cats are tricky and weird, and their anatomy is elastic, so it's incredible the sort of stretching and shape twisting that cats can do in order to jump up from one place to another. The dogs are stupid. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that, but oh, that's nice. That's nice. Caitlin, K, starts with a K. I get it now. She's awesome. Don't tell her I said that. All right. So the idea here is that the cats are fighting, but I've only really been trying one side. But actually, Lawrence Welk. You like Lawrence Welk? There you go. Trying to remember what his name is. There's a Canadian. He was a Canadian musician. He's a recording artist in the 60s. When he was a teenager, and then he went on to become one of the funniest one-liner comics. And I mean, he was still working a few years ago, but I don't know how old he actually is. Trying to get this crazy cat anatomy going. If you've ever had a cat, you'll understand. They're just wrong. Since the weather is nicer and I've opened up our back door to let some fresh air in the old maison abode, Corbin is just sitting at the back door talking to any animal in our yard. Anything that walks by, it's just blathering away back there. But he's come to visit me for a moment. Hi, Corbin. His name was Becky McChandlier. No, it wasn't. It's close, though. Besides, most people in Canada are Canadian performers are named MacDonald. McTavish. True Stories, the movie based on the music of the Talking Heads, directed by the lead singer, guitar player of the Talking Heads. It might be my favorite performance by John Goodman. Just for some reason, I really like his character in it. Oh, Stuart Francis. His name was Stuart Francis. Stuart Francis is the guy I'm talking about. Incredible one-liner comic, but not if you had to listen to him every weekend. Every Saturday night. There we go. I have the shoulder wrong. There's some really great books that are out there where, oh, you saying hi? Hi, buddy. There's some really great books out there where people anthropomorphize animals and they make them, animal people. You coming up? Come on. Why wouldn't you come up? I'm wearing black. Okay, Corbin's coming to say hi.
Hey, my name is Corbin. Anybody got any potato salad? I loves me some potato salad.
He's more impressed than anybody else about that. You settling down, or what are you doing? Oh, for God's sakes. Okay. Yeah, so I want to have cats basically jumping at each other, fighting. But I don't want to see anybody get hurt. Oh, here's a good one. I got a good one. My Pet Juliet. So you remember Stuart Francis, Rachel? Yeah. My Pet Juliet, I'm not familiar with. I'll have to look that one up. Is anybody else familiar with My Pet Juliet or Stuart Francis for that matter? He's got a few albums out, and they're all just one-liners, all just puns. I think my number 2 song, my second favorite song for the Talking Heads is it's kind of the typical ridiculous me, right? It's like it's blind, right? Blind. Yeah. This cat is signaling, so sorry for my dad. We try, but yeah. All right. So I realize that I'm drawing the one cat over the other, but oh, excellent. Carol Burnett just turned 90. I love Carol Burnett. Let's all give Carol a big, hey, huh? It's a big thank you for Carol Burnett. She had you don't really realize it until years later in the true context of it. But her designer on her show ended up being one of the most prominent fashion designers in America. I think it was or theater designers. I can't remember. I think her designer was Bob Fosse or something on her show, and he's the one that designed the curtain. Remember when she had the curtain rod outfit? If I'm not mistaken, which I may well be. But it was pretty impressive, the outfits on that show. Love the Carol Burnett show. I love the fact that they always made each other laugh. Yeah. The curtain rod shoulders that she had, that was an amazing outfit. And the costumes for everybody were so fantastic and authentic. And one of my favorite bits in that has got to be Tim Conway and Harvey Korman, and they're switching out in that one GI episode where they're over the course of it, their outfits get more worn out to show the passage of time. There we go. Dark Green Velvet. She said she did a special, and Fosse said it was on sale. That's awesome. God only knows what that would have sold for. I hope it was some kind of fundraiser, because I would have made some funds. These cats kind of look like they're dancing. Well, isn't that what all conflict is? Is a dance of sorts? I'll do all the coloring in that on the... Oh, yeah, Harvey hanging Tim on the back of the door. She just saw it hanging on the window. Make me an outfit out of that. Yeah. So good. Wasn't that they're gone with... I think it was the Gone with the Wind bit, wasn't it? Or no? She's such a maniac. You'll catch me at times. I do it unconsciously. You'll catch me at times, though. I find myself whistling the theme song at the end of her show. That da 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 da. It's not even a conscious action. It's just that song is just permanently stuck in my head. I was talking. I can't remember if it was on a stream or if I was talking to Lori at dinner or whatever it was about. My favorite. It was Gone with the Wind. Thanks, Rachel. Yeah. my favorite sketch is a tough one. We were joking about Miss, oh, what the hell's her name? Starts with an H. Huygens, Miss Huygens, and the secretary character who's always doing her nails with all the gum in her face and chawing away. And then when she stands up, she's got the huge butt and the huge, and the huge bosom, and she always walks like this, and she's still got her fingernails up like they're still drying permanently, right? But the Conway character in that, where he goes, "Listen, Missy Huygens, I'm not going to put up anymore with your crazy behaviors." That character that he has in that, just, I don't know which one makes me laugh more, is Miss Huygens and her insanity, or Tim Conway and his. But that whole, "can you bring me the file?" And, huh? And so finally he gets frustrated and goes over and gets the file and brings it back to his desk and goes back on the intercom. "Forget it, what I asked you before." And then she gets up and she goes, "Okay." And she gets up and she goes over and she takes the file and brings it back to her desk. It's like, oh my God. So basic and at the same time, so brilliantly funny. Yeah, I know you're there. I know you're back. What do you need? I fed you. Corbin thinks it's Corbin time. Does anybody know? Here's a question. Does anybody know? There's a line in the Talking Heads where he says, "If this is paradise, I wish I had a lawnmower." Is that in reference to anything? Is that actually referring to any previous thing written? I see you. I see you, cat. Oh, I'll kick your ass. Okay. Just got to give my cat some violence. All right, so here's these two getting down. I think I'll have this one responding to this guy jumping up at him. And okay, so Rachel's got a good question. When I leave this earth, I want an exit song. Always Look on the Bright Side of Life by Monty Python. No. Galaxy Song by Monty Python. That just, imagine that you're standing on a planet that's revolving and revolving at 9 million miles an hour. You know that one? And if you don't know the Galaxy Song, look it up on YouTube. There's a great little video of it. It's all about organ donors. It's from The Meaning of Life. And so because of the need for organ donation, they show up early at this guy's house. And so they're, "Well, I'm not dead yet. Well, sorry, sir. Says here I'm supposed to pick your organs up. That's what I'm going to do. Hand over your liver." Right? And so they take his liver. And, "Oh, dear. Oh," and it's Terry Jones dressed up as his wife. "Oh, my. Oh," right? And so as the two, Graham Chapman and John Cleese are butchering Michael Palin in the next room, John Cleese comes in to console his wife, played by Terry Jones, and "Don't be down, Mrs. Brown. When life gives you a knock, turn that frown upside down." And he opens up the refrigerator, and Eric Idle steps out of it and starts the Galaxy. He starts singing, "Just imagine that you're standing on a planet that's revolving." And he goes through the whole song. And he walk out in outer space. It's one of the funniest things. That might be in a candidate for final song for me, at least. I want it to be really dumb. If you're going to have a final song played, especially if it's going to be played at your funeral for your loved ones, or maybe not so loved ones, and awkward ones that you didn't really expect to show up at your thing, give them something to talk about. Like, put on Marilyn Manson, or I don't know, More Human Than Human. I think that might be 9 Inch Nails, but I don't know. Jesus built my hot rod. I don't know. Put on something peculiar. But that's a really great question. Does anybody else have a suggestion for what they might want for that? Rachel's liking the idea of any song by Monty Python. I've got 2 legs from my hips to the ground, and you don't want to do that song. That song is horrible. Yes, sir. Yes. What do you need, Corbin? Okay. Which Janis Joplin? Come down on me. That one? No. If anybody else has a good exit song, let us know. You can do with the suggestions here. Maybe Spinning Wheel. maybe Spinning Wheel by who was that now? It was Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That might be a good one. And if you don't know that song, please look it up. Or what's that? The dog's on the ladle with a silver bowl. How about that one? Yeah. Only I would know all the words. Get It While You Can by Janis Joplin as a closing song. That's actually pretty good. Or it's got to be something like "Put a Lid on It" by there's a band called the Squirrel Nut Zippers. It's a modern band that does old Zoot Suit music, and they've got a song called "Put a Lid on It." What's that you say? Put a lid down on it. No man, no way. Put a lid down on it, and everything will be all right. And then the female singer in the group, she sounds kind of like Billie Holiday, so it's kind of fun. Closing songs. What song do you want them to play at your funeral? I'm leaning heavily towards "Do You Want My Body and You Think I'm Sexy" by Rod Stewart. Yeah, clearly I'm going for the worst ideas at this point. If you want it, come and get it from the Magic Christian. Oh, that's a good one. Anything Josh Groban. Anything at all. Or even better, pick a song that has a good 5-minute guitar solo. And people have to sit through it. If we could take a moment of silence. Chris wanted us all to just listen to this song and think of him. And then you pick a song that's just, I don't know, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Or the full version of "Evil Woman." A little ELO for everybody to be unsure what you're trying to say there. Or Brandy. Play Brandy. Brandy, such a fine girl. A good wife you'll be. That's such a dumb song to play. Anything, yeah, there you go. Something by Black Sabbath. That's what I want. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris really hopes that you remember him through a song. So if you would mind giving us a few moments of silence as we all listen to "Rat Salad" by Black Sabbath. Why not? Why not? That'd be a great one. That's a great song. It really is a great song. I feel like I got to validate that one. Rachel says something Black Sabbath for sure. Yeah, Rat Salad. I saw that, and that's why I thought of Rat Salad. Or Bark at the Moon? I don't know. You Make Lovin' Fun by Fleetwood Mac. That's nothing. That's not an awkward song for an entire room of people to listen to as your final song and wonder, like, what the hell? Why that? Or Teddy Bear's Picnic by Anne Murray. I was talking to Jim Luan earlier on today, and we were talking about the way our brains work. My brain kind of works like a cartoon show, and it has all kinds of crazy associations from one thing to the next. And I cannot explain it, why it does that. But so that's why my brain goes from Black Sabbath to Anne Murray within a couple of steps. Or Hang On St. Christopher. There we go. I found my song. Hang On St. Christopher by Tom Waits. It's in that period of Tom Waits that most people go, no. Or a voiceover eulogy by Jim. Voiceover eulogy by Steve Martin. Oh, even better. Ed Grimley. Martin Short. I want the services conducted for me on my way out by Martin Short. What's so excellent you all came here, I must say. He was such a nice guy, Rousting about. I hope in some way they have Martin Short involved in Pat Sajak's funeral when Pat Sajak finally passes on. Because of his Ed Grimley character and his love of Pat Sajak. He's so totally excellent. All right, there's another cat. These guys are fighting. I get Chris Walken to host my eulogy. So, this guy is dead. Why not, right? Why not? Kermit the Frog, have him sing a song. A voiceover eulogy by Ozzy Osbourne. Yes, anyways. She didn't I? Yeah. What the hell am I doing up here? Yeah, I'm just so good. Ozzy Osbourne has Drugsheimers. He doesn't have Alzheimer's. He's just done way too many drugs. Only if his eulogy finishes with "Rock on." Get some friends up to duet "Close to You" by the Carpenters. And the second person, all that they do is just stand there beside the first one with their arms crossed in front of them. And every now and then go, ah! Scare the hell out of everybody. You know what's even better than this idea? Is why not have impersonators of all these people instead? Just line them up. How dare you accuse Ozzy of ever doing drugs? Where is your proof? He did them on stage. That kind of eliminates the whole question of it, really. He could just be, old British guy trying to handle a remote control, but unfortunately, no. The reality is far worse. I only spelled Ozzy that way because that is how Sharon spells it. Is she really? She really spell it like this? Isn't that something? Oh my goodness. Yeah, her dad owned the record label that Ozzy was on. That's when they met. Stop giving out the drugs, Ozzy. Oh my Lord. Couldn't watch that show. Not because of Ozzy, but because of everybody around him. We're going to put something new on. I don't know. I think that Hang On St. Christopher by Tom Waits. That's my song. That's my signing out song. It's the kind of song that everybody that's having to sit there and listen to the whole song and be like, what the hell was wrong with that guy? Do we really got to sit here and listen to this whole thing? And some people will be like, yeah, cool, it's Tom Waits. Oh, that's pretty neat. All right, so I've got the cats. I want to put a bunch of cats in around, sort of like in a film where, they're having a kung fu fight, like in a Chinese film where he's fighting like 9 people in a warehouse. This has got to take place in a warehouse. I've switched my musical selection for today. I'm now listening to Them Crooked Vultures. I hope people have listened to Them Crooked Vultures. They are very fun. Who's your next false accusation victim? Keith Richards? You can check his blood, huh? Sure, he might come out, the blood test like he's a 17-year-old Puerto Rican fella, but there's a reason for that, and it's none of your beeswax. And the answer to the question, whatever, what is wrong with that guy would be nothing anymore. Okay, I know what song I want. I'm going to change this every 3 minutes, by the way. No One Loves Me and Neither Do I by Them Crooked Vultures. That'll be my song. That's not a nice song. I don't know why he picked that song. Or you know what we could do? How about this? I hand out paper to everybody. I have it handed out. I won't be doing it. You know what I mean? To everybody that comes into the church or non-denominational whatever in the future, because I'm going to make it to like 125. And they're all handed lyrics sheets for them to sing along when they start doing Close to You by the Carpenters. But please sing in the highlighted area. But the only part I've highlighted for everybody is ah. That's it. So every now and then it's just an entire church screaming. These are the things that I think about at night. It's either that or I'm going to choose What's New Pussycat by Tom Jones. So, you know. I think it would be better if you handed it over. That looks just like Chris. The guy leaning against the doorway. Did you see that? What are you talking about? When we walked in the door, it looks just like Chris on the door. You're crazy. We're here for Chris's funeral. I'm telling you, look just like him. All right, we got dancing cats here. Fighting dancing cats. I hope everybody likes their dancing kitties. I want to get a couple more cats in behind where they're all, so it's like this guy's being surrounded right here. And then I'm going to have little cats in the background. So it's literally like a Chinese kung fu fight, like in a film. So where he's fighting like 9 guys in a warehouse. It's got to be done this way, folks. It has to be done this way. Okay, here's the next guy. I'll put this one behind here. Yeah, right there. The question is, do I want to have some border division? I'm getting it out. If Janet were here, she'd be happy, happy, happy. It's a ruler. Rachel's going to have a practice run through. Regularly scheduled for each Friday evening. Okay, everybody. We really got to set up a movie theater in this town. She does this every weekend. So I'm going to put a border right here. I'm cutting into this cat's arm. Like I said, I'm going to put the line right here. So let me know what you think about the whole reading of each page as they come out. Maybe I should start doing shorts of those. One-page comic story time. Cheers and heavily yours. All right, so this page, I made these pages myself, and the whole point for doing them the way that I did is so that I've got these quick guides on the sides for thirds and for halves, so I can divide it up into 4, 9, 6, whatever it is that I need it for, and any variation. Once I use the guidelines, honestly, I could have 1/2 is one page and then 1, 2, 3 on the side. It doesn't matter, right? Point is, pre-lining these pages makes it faster for me for measure off and to do my comics. Yeah. The reason that I have the border, this cat's arm, clearly going across these two borders is that action, the energy of that action, of the fighting, carries over into the next one. So it sort of expedites the rhythm, the time, and it just keeps that energy level up. As long as you don't wear shorts while reading shorts, but great idea. There's a number in that word. Okay, so I'm going to cut another panel here because I want to have a close-up shot of one of the cats. Easily the greatest ruler I've ever owned. I like this ruler so much, I bought 2 of them. I don't do that. I don't. I'm not that guy, but in this case, yeah. Because, and I will never admit this to Lori, but I misplace things. I misplace the occasional thing or two. Okay, so now I'm going to put the second cat here. I think I want it coming up and over. There we go. Just to get more of that the sense of overwhelming odds. I'm going to end up putting another cat right there, though. JMY would approve. There you go. Janet M. Young. She'd be so proud of me using a ruler. She'd say, good, you should be. And then she'd go yell at people at Walmart. I'm learning how people work. They're all basically, all these cats that I'm drawing are North American domestics. But they work. It works. Oh, okay. So I asked a question at the top of the screen today. I said, what's your impression of Christopher Walken? I want to see other people's impressions of Chris Walken. Wait, what? No Siamese? Yeah. What about diversity, Chris? All right, Rachel, put a Siamese in for you, if you please. Here's your Siamese. Actually, it can't be Siamese. It's got that pattern. It's a bit of a mental way to draw cats, but taking a topic like cats doing karate while on Suicide Sauce and turning it into an entire action movie. But, you know, it works. I try to get as much done as I can to lay out the idea of the page in the hour and a half or so that we have here, but yeah, tomorrow I'll do it. Tomorrow I'll do a 3-prompt page. All right, so there's another one of these guys. There's our main. I got to pick which one of these guys is our main. I think it'll be him. So I got to give him more fur. Oh, here's a good one. Okay. The idea in my head is always to try to put enough separations between the planes in a drawing. And so what I mean by that is if I'm going to have one cat in front of another cat in this context, right? I want to make sure that there's enough crossing over of each other so that the viewer can understand that this one is supposed to be closer in the foreground than the next. So that's why the ears cross this guy's tail. Gotta have some twack, zonk, kapow, only Asian version. Okay, we'll put some twack. What is it? What do we got? Twack, zonk, kapow. We'll put some of that in there. Twack, zonk. Don't forget the twack, zonk, kapow. I won't. Taking suggestions now like a 12-year-old kid has been asked to mow the lawn. I know. I was gonna. I was just resting my eyes for a minute. So I'm trying to do the spreading in the paws to show that, they're unhappy. There we go. Okay. I'm trying to think of how can I put that cat in. Rachel says, need an airborne kitty with one leg extended in front of him like Bruce Lee. Oh, yeah. You got to have the big kick, but it's got to be a big finishing shot. Eyes are too big. Are we trying to guess the sign it goes with the drum beat? Oh, sorry. That's a sorry. I can't help that. That's why my studio is downstairs. I got new slippers so you can hear them on the floor better. The old ones are all worn out. Ugh, brutal. So I'm just having this cat getting ready to pounce. Probably. It's funny the things that you don't realize you do while you're working that other people are like, oh, Mike, would you cut it out? Put that other foot in. All right, so that's good. Now, this is a close-up shot of our cat, but I want him to have, I want the impression that he's looking back over his shoulder. Cats are mental. What time are we at? 1:27. Apparently, Dee Dee chews her tongue while arting. Really? Maybe. I don't know. That's kind of funny. Everybody has something. I literally knew somebody that was always their tongue stuck out of their face. And this is, oh, they're in their 30s at the time. I had no idea they did it. I want a cat yelling, so I'm just trying to, or hums, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, people don't know. A lot of people aren't conscious of what they're doing while they're working. Not being overly conscious about planting my feet firmly on the ground. You ever play drums? You can't stop doing that for the rest of your life. You're become a tapper. All right. Okay, so I think that what I'm going to do is going to have the first panel is going to be a cat sipping on some of the secret sauce. Let me go through this before we're done today. So panel 1 is going to be the secret sauce, or what is it, suicide sauce. And then, so that'll be our first panel. And then our next panel will be, just takes so long to pass. All right, so then our next panel will be our cat looking up. Then we've got our action 1, our action 2, and then our responsive face 2. So there's our first, uh-oh. And then our next face is angry. So there's our suicide sauce. There's the baddies arrive. And then fight 1, fight 2, reaction face. And then down below here will be probably thirded along the bottom, or at least 2 wide panels and 1 short for the conclusion panel. yeah, I think that's all right. I think I got my boy. I'll draw this one quick, and then that'll be that. I pencil fast. It's the other stuff that can take longer. But I oh, thanks, Rachel. Great kitties. That's a good expression. That should be like the latest jinkies. Like, look out, Scoob. Great kitties. That's what Fred should say. Great kitties, gang. This is our mad cat. I think his eyes need to be a little bigger. He looks crazy. All right. Yeah, I'll be better with the fur in. Ferocious felines. All right. Well, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. This is a little too short. That's better. All right. Yeah, I think, what do we got? 134. Been fun. Jimmy's still there so I can say goodbye to you. You give him trouble. Oh, I know why. It's because I'm not drawing the hair freaking out. I get it. I get it. It's going to really annoy me if I don't get this face down right. Okay, so here's our cat reaction. And then the next one is going to be, we go back to the Kung Fu kick fighting again. But I'll get this first 3 panels put in, We'll get this cleaned up a little bit so the jaw doesn't look so foreshortened on this cat. I think I just got to figure out. So yeah, it feels a little more proper like that. I didn't want to draw all that in quite yet, but here I am. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Rachel says bye to Jim, Sal, and all. I love it. Bye, Frankly. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. I'm gonna get this thing done for tonight and put this out for tomorrow. I'm into the new folder now because this is the 101st suggestion. So I've started a new folder for everything because I don't want to go crazy and kill my. I don't want to risk anything of losing the folder and having all the pages in it still without having figured out something more to do with it yet. And I'm looking into setting up the Webtoon site so that I can post the pages for Stream of Conceitedness there. And at the same time as I'm price estimating for, do I just get the thing done, put it out as a book? And is there enough interest in it to warrant that? So we're getting there. Our cat is looking more cat-like, more feline, a little more each time. Uh-oh, Jim's here just listening. Jim. Kind of a quiet one on my part today. I'm kind of in the zone, drawing angry cats. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll get these frosty buggers going here a little more and get this page posted for tomorrow. If anybody else has any more one-page suggestions, let me know by all means. And I'm going to seriously sit down and consider about doing the shorts with a lot of the pages that are already done, seeing what happens there. And yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're working on some cool things. And I look forward to seeing whatever that might be. But in the meantime, I'll just get back to work. All right. Thanks for hanging out today. I'll be back tomorrow for our Friday episode at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right. Bye for now.